Ose. I'm an upcoming R&B artist from Brampton, Ontario, and I am Nigerian. I was born there, and I came to Canada when I was 5 months old. And then I lived in Manitoba for a while. From there, I went to the States, stayed with some family for a couple months, and then from there I came to Brampton when I was 8 years old, and that's where my whole artist dream started.
Cause I can play these games too. Don't get it confused, you ain't ready. Yeah.
I've been singing since I was 2 years old. I actually got the gift from my late grandmother. I never got to meet her because she died before I was born, but my dad always told me that, you know, she used to make records and she had her own band, but because of the environment that she was encapsulated in, she never got to exercise her gift. You know, I have a picture of her in my songbook actually, so that whenever I open it up to write my music, I know exactly who I'm doing this for.
Don't get it confused. What if I pulled a you on you? Making this harder than it should be. Acting like you misunderstood me. Did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong? I'm always holding you down. Even when you mess around, am I in the wrong? What did I do wrong? What goes around comes back.
My sound, well, I'm inspired by artists like her, Beyonce, Jhené Aiko, SZA, Brandy especially. So I would definitely describe my sound as soulful, but also diverse, because I like to branch out into different fusions of R&B, like R&B hip hop, R&B Afro, of course R&B soul, you know, and from there.
Put that aside, could you focus on me? I ain't playing games with you.
So my most recent release is called Games, and that was actually the first song that I wrote when I started songwriting. I was on vacation and I had literally like nothing to do. So I locked myself up in the washroom and I just started writing and writing. And before you know it, that's when Games was born. Games revolves all around the idea of pulling a you on you, you know? Like doing what you do to me, I'll do the same thing back to you. You know, because a lot of people don't take into account, oh, if I do something to someone, how's it gonna make them feel? So this song kind of highlights that, but in more of a relationship sense.
Don't get it confused. What if I pulled a you on you?
So some things that inspire me as an R&B female artist are definitely the experiences that I go through and what I see other people go through. Because in school, you know, especially because I took a lot of theater and drama classes, they train you to put yourself in other people's shoes and to feel other people's emotions. So I like to exercise that skill a lot when I'm writing my music, you know. Even though maybe I may not go through some of the things, I'm able to empathize and put myself in other people's shoes. So I know, okay, how would I feel if this same thing happened to me?
Never tell me what's on your mind. You keep on wasting my time. Is this a sign to keep it pushing?
So in the near future, you can definitely expect a new song. It's called Phase. It's going to be dropping really soon. I also have merch coming. I have an EP coming. I'm trying to grow my fan base more, obviously, because as an independent artist, I need as much momentum as I can to soar to the top. So yeah, I'm really excited for everything that's coming up.
I feel inside, don't even try. You think you got the best of me. Please put down your pride, put that aside. Could you focus on me? I ain't playing games with you. But if you wanna see what I
Some advice that I would give to my fellow up-and-coming female artists out there is to never settle in anything, whether it's in the music business or in life in general, never settle. Make yourself happy first before anything. Never lower your standards to make somebody else happy.
Making this harder than it should be. Acting like you misunderstood me. Did I say something wrong?
Okay guys, thank you so much. Make sure you guys follow me on IG at official Ose with 2 E's at the end. Make sure you guys also don't forget to check out all my music on all music streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Check it out. I'll see you guys.
How's everybody feeling today? It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show, and I go by the name of Sion 919. I'm very excited about today's show because we got a talented singer and songwriter all the way from Canada in the building today. She goes by the name of Ose. How you feeling today?
My mic was muted. I'm so sorry.
It's no problem, no problem. How you feeling?
But yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about you being here. Very
Thank
talented.
you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
So I'm definitely excited about hearing your journey. I see that you're doing a lot. You got a lot of music out there. You're doing photo shoots. You definitely getting glammed up in the right there. So let's talk about for the people that may not be familiar. Let's let them know where you're originally from and where you reside.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Nigeria. I was born there, came to Canada, as I said, when I was 5 months old, and I've lived there ever since.
Okay, so let's talk about some of your musical experiences in the beginning. Like, what were some of the people that inspired you?
Well, definitely my mom was one of them because I grew up in the church. So she was the choir leader back in the day. So I would always go with her to choir practice and everything. You know, I would love to like sit down and just like, you know, listen to the choir, watch them rehearse. Like it was always so mesmerizing to me. And I would always go like to where the instrumentalists were, like the piano players and stuff, and just like chill by the piano and just like take in all the music, you know, like that was like soul food to me. And then I would yeah, my late grandmother, as I said, she was a big inspiration to me too. You know, even though I never got to meet her, just like hearing her all that stuff, it really just like resonated with me and wanted to make me push further. But when it comes to musical inspirations, I would definitely say Brandy is a big one. Her, Janet Jackson, Erykah Badu, Mary J. Blige, Lauryn Hill, India Arie, Janae Aiko, you know, SZA, Summer Walker. Yeah.
That's the thing. You got some powerful singers in there. A lot of unique sounds. Right there. So I'm definitely interested because I think you say you started singing at the age of 2.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Wow. So 2 years old, you just bust out. I don't know.
Out the womb. Out the womb. First song I ever sang was Hakuna Matata from The Lion King. And my dad, he captured one of those old time like every time growing up, like I would always like watch back the CD and just like listen to my can't find it anymore. I need to though. Like it was so cool to just like listen to and watch, you know. But yeah.
So you already knew it. You knew at a young age that this is what I'm gonna do. You was already recorded.
I had to.
Wow. So that's a beautiful thing right there. So let's talk about your early developing your sound in the beginning. How did you do that? How did you come up with your style and sound?
Coming up with my sound was actually a long and difficult process for me because I always knew that I wanted to become a singer. I always knew that I wanted to do R&B, but just kind of figuring out what I wanted to sound like was the difficult part, you know, because I have so many different inspirations, but it's like, okay, how do I put me into it? You know, and at the time, I think I was like probably 14, 15, when I was still trying to like find myself.
Right.
It's like I'm trying to find myself as a person. I just got to high school and everything, and I'm still trying to find myself as an artist. So it's so difficult. But I think around the time that, you know, all this like stuff was going on, I think that was around the time that Her had dropped the volume 1 of her EP.
Right.
And like when I found, like, I never stopped listening to her. Like it was like nothing I have ever heard before. I think the writing was really what stuck with me, just because like I don't know, I've never, it just hit me in such a different way, because in some of her songs she would mix like spoken word in
Right.
with, it was like she was taking you on this like story, you know, and I was like, dang, I want to do that, you know. So like I would like try and tackle it every day and stuff like that. Obviously like it wouldn't work, but like I don't know, just going on vacation in Nigeria actually in 2019, like it kind of just clicked. I don't know, maybe it was just being in my grandmother's home country,
Right.
you know, like just connecting the dots back to my roots and everything that really like brought that sound out of me. But yeah, definitely drawing inspirations from, you know, amazing writers like Her and Brandy and Janet, Mary J, all of them. And on top of that, coming here just really put it all together. So
Wow.
yeah,
And that's a beautiful thing. So being back where it started from, you was born in Nigeria, you're on vacation,
exactly.
and it's like, yo, I'm bored. I got to do something.
I
And I,
gotta do, gotta keep myself busy.
right. So the words just started flowing. And what song
Yeah.
was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, the first song that I ever wrote was Games. It's kind of funny, like how, I don't know, my logic was at the time too, because you know, like when you're in the shower and like you just come up with something, it's like, oh shoot, you know. So
Right.
my whole thing was like, okay, like since some of our best ideas come when we're in the shower, like let me just go in the washroom and like try and tackle this thing, you know.
Wow.
And like it actually worked, because I came out songs that day. I came with Games, the first one I wrote, and actually released, and then Overfeel.
Wow. And
So
those are both powerful records right there. So the thing
thank you.
is like for those to be your first records, I'm
Mm.
scared of your pen. If that's how you coming in writing like that, because both, like I said, both of them are solid records and the lyrics and
Thank
stuff are
you.
there. So okay, did you already have the beats, or were you just hearing the words in your head? How did the process come together?
For those two particular songs, I them because like I would just go on, because a lot of the time when I'm bored, or like maybe I don't know, my producer is like choked up and he can't send me beats, a lot of the time what I'll do is like I'll nowadays, like a lot of the time I find myself even writing without beats. Like there was this one record I wrote the other day called Intuition, and I don't know, like there was just like these words, like the verse that just kept like ringing in my head. I was just like, it would be really cool if somebody started out a song like that. Like, my intuition never lies. I know you being sneaky on the side. And then I was like, oh shit, I should do that. I should start a song like that, you know?
Uh,
So a lot of the time, like, I don't know, maybe it's just like me maturing like mentally, and with my pen now I can write even without the beats. But in the beginning, I would write to beats that were originally written to beats, but then I had somebody reproduce them to sound more like me.
wow. And that's the thing right there. Even this
Yeah.
them two lines right there, you definitely have a confidence and you have a style. So
Mhm.
it's like, did you have lessons or you self-taught, like, or just naturally given?
When it comes to,
You're singing in your voice, your
oh
range.
no, no, singing, that's all natural. I would say the church were my lessons, honestly. Being like growing up in an African church, like they really like drill you to, you know, like get it right, like do it like this, do it, carry the people along, you know, because like it's a spiritual journey that you're going on when you're in church, right? You're taking
Right.
people on a journey when you're leading people in a service. So, you know, it's really important that as a vocalist, like carry yourself in a certain way. You sing the songs in a certain way so that you can take people through that journey. So I don't know, just being in church, growing up in the faith and everything, it really instilled things into me that I carry so close and dear to my heart, even in my own musical journey. So it helps.
And that's a powerful thing because it's like
Yeah,
the industry, you hear both sides of it. There's a lot of things that goes on. So it's like it's definitely important to have that foundation. How
definitely.
important is your creative control to you?
My having control over like my own songs, it is really important just because all my songs are like my kids, like my
Right.
babies. Favorites when it comes to them, like even the unfinished ones, like everything is just so near and dear to my heart that not being in control of it would be like somebody's trying to take my kids away from me, or like trying to kidnap my hard work away from me, you know. And it's taken me so long solidify my sound, and you know, to really get a hold of my pen and improve my pen game. And now that at where it's at, like for somebody to just take that all away from me, my hard work, like my sleepless nights, you know, my tears, my pain, my everything, you know, that would be like just part of me away. So it's very important for me to have, you know, my creative control.
And that's definitely real right there. And you're definitely
Yeah,
branding yourself and marketing yourself the right way. I definitely like what you got going on. So let's
thank you.
talk about games. What inspired the song Games? Because you're talking that talk on games. What inspired that?
So honestly, games is just about, you know, of giving people a taste of their own medicine. Like even though it's like placed in the perspective of relationship, like it also, and you know, it can be interpreted in different ways. Like even when it comes to friends, you know, family, whatever the case is, because a lot of the time when we do things to people, we don't affects them, you know, we just do it spitefully. And you know, humans are selfish for ourselves, and we don't think of, you know, the outcome. Oh, like if I put myself in this person's shoes, like how would I feel? You know, we don't do that. We don't sympathize with people. So this is just to highlight that in a relationship sense, of course, but like I said, you can interpret it from any side of the coin, any side of the spectrum.
Wow. So when you came up with the song, did you know it would be as powerful of a record as it become?
uh you see, like I knew I had it. Actually see it come to life is a whole different experience, because when I was in the studio for the first time ever recording,
Right.
after it was all done, I couldn't stop playing it, like when we were on the drive home. Like even when I got home, like I couldn't stop playing it because I was like, that's me. You
Right.
know, like I always knew I had it in me, but it's like to actually see it come to thing. So yeah, you know, it's
Wow.
magical. Yeah.
Okay. So from it going from a thought into being born now, right? Like you said, like a
Mhm.
child now. So here's your first child.
Yeah.
Let's talk about shooting the video now. What was that like for you?
Shooting the video, it was great, especially because how many was I think it was three different locations. It was really fun because I got to go to area that I've never gone to before, like the waterfall that the video was shot at Hamilton. That's a different city completely, called Sherman Falls.
Wow.
And like it, because personally me, I don't like being like I don't really like being like outside like that in nature and stuff, because
Right.
I'm scared of bugs, like
Okay. I feel
of bugs. So this waterfall, it was like in nature, you know, it was cool and everything. Everything was so natural. Like the air was so clean and everything. The water here. So it was just nice getting to you know, explore different and like that. So shooting the video was amazing. I felt like a superstar.
and that's the thing. So
Yeah.
you sound like a superstar on the record. So that's what I want to get to
Thank you.
next. So your first time in
Yeah.
the studio, right?
Hmm.
What's going through your mind? Were you nervous? Because when you listen to the final project, it sounds like I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
I was honestly, because when I records on vacation, my mom promised me that once we um had gotten back, that first thing. So I was looking forward to that moment for a while. And when it finally came, no, like doing the whole process, I just felt like I was at home. Like this is where I was meant to be, you know. Obviously a little nerve-wracking stepping into the booth for the first time, because like I don't know what I'm doing. I just know how to sing. I just know how to sing and write. Like I don't really know the process. Now if you were to put me in the studio, I'd be like, okay, let's do the hook, let's do this, that, you know. So I've definitely learned a lot. And you know, that first experience, and every other time I go into the studio now, I never want to come out. So
Wow, so
yeah.
it's like a second home now. So let me ask you,
Mhm.
the first time when you went in, what were some things that you struggled with, if any?
Um, what were some things I struggled with the first time? I would say maybe just like nailing what I wanted it to sound like vocally, like just putting what was in my head onto the track. Because a lot of the time when I write music, or at least now, like I a pre like I already have like an idea of what I want it to sound like, the finished product, like backgrounds, main vocals, like even down to the littlest things, like how I pronounce the words, like my cadence and everything. So just the track, especially because like I don't really know what I'm doing, I would say maybe that was a bit difficult. I think it sounds good for what it is. For a first track, I think it sounds pretty good for what it is.
All right, so we're gonna let the people judge, right? Whether
Of
they watch it
course.
live or they watch it on the playback or whatever. Leave a
Hmm.
comment in the comments. Let us know. I'll tell you my opinion. I think the song is dope.
Thank
Definitely
you.
love the video. So I'm gonna let you introduce that one right quick. We're gonna
Of
throw it to
course.
games. All right, you can introduce it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
All
Sorry.
right, you can.
But yeah, hey everybody. This is my first song, Games. I hope y'all enjoy it. Comments, and yeah.
Trying to get out of my feelings, cause I do not like this feeling of being alone. Never tell me what's on your mind. You keep on wasting my time. Is this a sign to keep it pushing? Right now my head's a mess. Thinking about you got me stressed. Look what you've done to me. Oh, cause I can play these games too. Don't get it confused, you ain't ready. Yeah. The way I feel inside, don't even try. You think you got the best of me. Please put down your pride, put that aside. Could you focus on me? I ain't playing games with you, but if you wanna see what I can do, I'ma show you. What if I pulled you, you won't pull it, on you? Do the things you do, just from a different view. Cause you think it's okay to do the things you do. Don't get it confused. What if I pulled a you on you? Making this harder than it should be. Acting like you misunderstood me. Did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong? I'm always holding you down, even when you mess around. Am I in the wrong? What did I do wrong? What goes around comes back around, and you ain't ready for what's gonna hit ya. Oh, 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 oh. Cause I can play these games too. Don't get it confused, you ain't ready. The way I feel inside, don't even try. You think you got the best
That song right there is a vibe right there. That's definitely a vibe. So
You.
now, once you see the final video, the first time
Mhm.
seeing the video, what's going through your mind? Because you had the song concept in your head, you
Yeah.
recorded it. Now you're seeing it, the video and everything put together. What was your thoughts?
For me personally, I really like the video, especially obviously now, you know, I've in a sense of like what I do want my visuals to look like. But at the time, I was and you know, I thought for a first video that was really cool. A lot of people were anticipating. People received it well and were happy with it, which I was most happy about. So
Wow.
I liked
Okay.
it.
So people loving it right there. That's one of those records right
Yes.
there that I can hear all over the radio stations. It's like sometimes it's like with the major artists, sometimes it's like they had a budget and a machine behind them to do the promotion
Hmm.
and marketing to get the song in front of people. That's a hit record. People just haven't discovered it yet.
Thank
So
you.
definitely, because you got the differences with a lot of artists is like your music is timeless because it's genuine. It's
Mhm.
authentic. It's not like a moment. It's like you're actually translating an emotion, a feeling of time. So it's like that'll always last. So it's like, do you consciously go in when you're making your songs? Like I want it to be a purpose versus making songs.
For me, whenever I make songs, I like to think of myself as a translator. So somebody with an expressive voice to help those who don't have one express themselves. And that's into any song, whether it's lyrically, even like, you know, down to the production. I always want like every aspect of me to. So do I write songs going in with like a purpose? Well, of course, the purpose is to tell stories from different perspectives for those who aren't able to, you know, like be a voice for the streets, you know. So, yeah, of course.
Wow, and that's a powerful record right there. So you put it out, the people receiving it well. What happened next?
So after the came out, well, first of all, before the video came out, when the song came out, a lot were surprised because obviously, like with the school that I active in my school. So, you know, any opportunity there is for me to sing, whether that's like during a school, like during a talent show, or I was also the conductor for the school choir. So, like playing piano for them. And, you know, like I would stay after school like every Wednesday, just like, you know, help people with the vocals. Like these are the songs we're doing and whatnot. Every opportunity there was like, so people always knew I could sing, but it's like putting out your own music. That's like a completely different story because now this is you, who I am. You know, this isn't just the girl anymore who you see like every Wednesday at school mass. Girl who you see, you know, dancing on stage, like during a talent show or singing or playing piano background for the choir or doing lights for plays. Like this is Osei. Like this is me now.
Right.
I sound and who I am. And so people were really surprised because the song, it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? One funny, he was like, she hasn't, obviously I'm still growing, but like, you know, because it's like you just keep going up and up and up. A lot of people, it's like, you know, like maybe you release a good one today,
Right.
you know, so it's all over the like, you know, I can't even express the, you know, like I don't know, like it was just really, because I was like, what if people don't like my music? What if people don't like my sound? You know, I just told myself you can't please everybody. But you know, I was just very surprised with the amount of love. After the video came out, a lot of people, that made a lot of people love the song even more.
Right.
You know, Games even got on the radio over here. G98.7. This is actually G98. I'm pretty sure it got on a lot of like college radio too, and some in other provinces and stuff. But let me tell you, getting on the radio is not easy at all. Like I would be up like like calling every radio station like all over the place, like, hey, up, my name's Ose. I called like 3 days ago. I just wanted to know if you guys like got the record I sent you called Game. Like this would be for like for a month straight. I was not giving up. Like it was tough, but it on a major commercial radio station over here. It's a black station for like Caribbean Afrobeat, R&B, and stuff like that. G98.7, and the first spin on the radio, I was going crazy. I was like, yo, and they didn't just play it once. It was like back to back to back to back. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's yeah, it was a lot of work, but it definitely paid off because my other songs got onto the radio too, because that door opened. So.
Right. And that's the thing. You networked and you didn't give up. You stayed determined. Like you said, for a month straight, calling. Like
a month straight. Calling.
And that's the thing. It's like it definitely deserves to be on the radio. And I'm pretty sure once it hit the radio, your name was in the wind. People were talking about it because it's a powerful song, a powerful record.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, okay, let me ask. Okay, you say you played the piano.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you was with the choir and stuff like that. You was performing talent shows at school and stuff like that. How did that translate over to your career, and what things did you learn from dealing with the choir, from doing the church, the talent shows and stuff like that? How did you translate that over to your career?
I would say when it came to dealing with the choir, it taught me more so about people than I would say, because I was more teaching people about the music, but I'm going to run into different types of people. And this just goes for like, you know, a lot, just like how to deal with people, you know, like difficult people, like people who are lazy, people who don't want to learn, or like people who are really eager to learn, you know, like it just teaches you how people and how to be patient, you know, and all learn at different paces, you know, so how to make sure that nobody is left behind teaching standpoint, and just like how to carry everybody along. To the talent shows, I go to a fairly big high school.
Right.
I think in total there were probably like almost 2,000 people in my high school.
Wow.
So talent shows and stuff, it definitely, talent shows and musicals, it just taught me how to move the crowd in a sense, especially when it comes to bigger crowds, obviously, to like, you know, stadiums or like, you know, huge crowds. Like there's no comparison to like 24,000, but it's a start, right? So just how to and how to bring people into the atmosphere that you create as an live performance. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. And that's dope right there. And it's definitely emotional, right? It's definitely real.
Yeah.
So you said in the same day you created Games, you wrote Overfill as well.
I did.
Okay, hold on, because now you're flexing on it. Because that's another powerful record. Right? Okay, so you get Games, right? You write that one. Did you say, you know what? Let me do another one. While I'm in the mood, let me get another one.
Wow, while it's flowing, while it's coming, let me try again. Let's see what I come up with. If I put pen to paper down.
So do you remember how that one started? Like, did you come up with the hook first, or do you remember any of that process? The second one?
I think I might have came up with the hook first for that one. When it comes to writing songs, honestly, it's whatever comes first. Like sometimes it's an idea, sometimes it keeps ringing, sometimes, you know, it may be the hook, sometimes the pre-chorus comes first. Like it really depends. It was the hook that came first for that one, and then from there, so
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember the hook, right?
I do.
All right, just so for the people that's watching, so they don't think it's a gimmick, can you give them the hook real quick?
So it's I got you out of my bed, can't out of my head. I overthink over love. Oh, you. You took what was a something, turned it into a nothing. I over love, over fear.
Powerful.
Thank you.
Definitely powerful song. So okay, let's talk about that. Did you record that one the same day you were in the studio doing games, or was it two different days?
No, games took me a full studio day to record, which at that particular studio was so. And then I went back, and I think I went back in like March to record. So
Wow.
yeah.
So all right, from the first session to the second session, what were some differences? Because I'm pretty sure you knew what to expect going in the second time. So,
The definitely there in my comfort level, I was way more did the song like way faster as well. I would also say there was something in me that was more sure of myself when it came to like an idea I wanted the production to sound like, because the producer that was because usually we did everything from scratch in the eat from scratch, and that would take like an hour,
right.
and from there we would go and record what he had laid down for the first. Like if it were me the first time going, be like, okay, yeah, let's just do that, but around I was just like, I'm not too sure about like this and that. So I going more as an artist and just learning what I don't know, just like I said before, I had a, or like I don't know, just I knew what I wanted the record to sound. I just wanted every aspect of that to mimic what was in my head.
Wow. And it definitely.
So that's that.
Wow. And it definitely came together, right? So now you get the
Mhm.
final version of the second one. Pretty sure you were listening to it like you did the first one. What differences and growth did you hear listening on the playback versus the first song?
When it differences, I would definitely say the writing,
Right.
because I guess just learning how to express my word more deeply. That was one thing. I would definitely say melodies too, because games is more like a something you would hear on the radio,
Right.
but more like just feelings, I guess, just like expressing, how to tell more of a story and just like a deep on a record. So
Wow. And you definitely pulled on
yeah.
some emotions, right? You definitely tapped into
Yes.
some emotions. So did you use personal experiences or did you use other people? How did you channel those emotions to the track?
I would say it was a little bit of everything. I feel like a lot of people in my generation, and even in other, like when you just feel for somebody, towards somebody, and it feels like, I don't know, like you're just doing too much, you know
Right.
you just feel like you're overfeeling, essentially, like I care for you so much, but like you're not giving that back, and now I feel like I'm overdoing it.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So now you shoot the video. Who shot the video for you?
This video was shot by uh, Black and White Media and On the Dot Studios. Yeah.
Okay. And did y'all shoot that in one day or was it like a couple day process for the video?
This was shot in one day and in one shot, actually. The frame
Wow.
did not change or shift at all. It was all shot in like one day. So it took a lot of planning, but yeah.
We got it done. So let's jump to that real quick and then we'll talk a little bit about that record more after the video. So you can introduce Overfill.
Yes. So this is my record. Not my record. Well, my record and my video,
Right.
Overfeel. So hope you guys know what you think in the comments.
All right, here we go.
my head. I overthink, overlook, overfeel. You took what was a something, turned it into a nothing. I overthink, overlook, overfeel. Give me all of you, I'll give you all of me. Yeah, that's how it was. I got you long as you got me. Long as you got me. I'm trying to fix us, but you just made me see that I should leave it be, leave it be. I'm tired of giving up. Don't know what I'm thinking. Is this what they call love? Cause I feel like I'm sinking. I don't know what to do. You got me so confused. Too much I'm going through. I got you out of my bed, can't get you out of my head. I overthink, overlook, overfeel. You took what was a something, turned it into a nothing. I overthink, overlook, overfeel. What was it forever? It's turned to a never. Once felt like a diamond, now I feel like buried treasure. Cause I treasure what we had. Now all that's in the past. Still I want this real bad. Don't throw away what we had. I'm tired of giving up. Don't know what I'm thinking. Is this what they call love? Cause I feel like I'm sinking. I don't know what to do. You got me so confused. Too much I'm going through. I got you out of my bed, can't get you out of my head. I overthink, overlook, overfeel. You took what was a something, turned it into a nothing. I overthink, overlook, overfeel.
Wow. And that's another one.
Yes.
That's definitely another one right there. You write with so much soul and like experience and wisdom. So it's like, yo, I have to ask, like growing up, what type of sounds was you listening to give you that soul? Because it's like you touch so many emotions. Like you give it back to that '90s feel where neo soul and R&B was bigger than just partying in the club.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can see that on a movie soundtrack, even the way you did the video with the ballet dancing and stuff like that. You made it creative. Like, what inspired the video?
For the video, a lot of it was from the team that I'm working with. The director, he said that he was woods with his daughter, and I think it was, the sun was like peaking, and she put her hand up, and it was almost like she was, I don't know, light in like the palm of her hand, the way that she was like touching the leaves and everything. And so he called me and he came up with, oh, we should do something, like in the woods and everything, one shot, answers. We could do it over feel, kind of like a classical, just to give it like a different flavor. And I was like, let's try it, let's experiment with it and let's see how it comes out.
And it definitely came out.
Yeah, it did.
All right, so let me ask, in the video, I can't help but notice you look really tall in the video. How tall are you?
I am 5'4.5". I am not that tall.
So,
Yeah, I was, and that dress is really long.
right.
I stood it, like just, you know, me, my regular height would that be like dragging all over the dirt. So we had to get like a little toolbox for, so the dress would just like fall. And but a lot of people a lot of people have asked me how tall video because I look really tall.
I mean, it's a good look. Is the angles that he shot
Yeah.
it and stuff like that. So were you wearing
Mhm.
heels?
Top of a box.
Wow, just on top of the box.
Just on top of the box.
Yeah, that's the behind the scenes secrets right there, and it worked out.
Yep.
You can't tell what you're standing on, so that's dope.
Uh-huh.
Right there. Yeah, so you did that. So you put that video out. A lot of times people say the second song Jinx is like you put out a good one. It's like it got to live up to the first one. That one right there is just if not better as the first one. So what was the reception when you came back with the sophomore project or the sophomore single?
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? Mom says the same thing, you know, like I have this philosophy that if the song isn't, if the video isn't better or, you know, like at least on the same level as the song, there's no point. So, when I put out this video, like a little nervous just because I wasn't sure how people were going to be receptive. It's not usually me. Like if I'm being honest, like the whole class ballet thing in the forest. Like I said, I don't like outside.
Right.
You know, I don't like outside like that. You know, like nature and being in the great outdoors. That's not really me.
Right.
Even just like filming the video was just because like there were bugs everywhere and just like the smell of the forest me and everything. But and it I think a little bit towards the end, like that particular shot, like it was in a little bit. And so like the whole thing, it was, but yeah, you know, like I just wasn't sure how people were gonna receive it, but like it. They liked the dancing, you know, the cool as well, you know, like how tall I look and everything, the super long hair. Yeah, I think everything worked in my favor.
It definitely did. And that's the thing. I heard a lot of artists say sometimes coming out your comfort zone, those would be some of the best ideas. It's like, you know, what you normally won't do. And somebody suggests, like, yeah, you should try this. A lot of times, naturally, we always like, yo, no, that's not what I do. We automatically start shooting it down. But you said, I tried.
Yeah.
You put it out there and the people loved it. Whereas, like, it may not have been something that you might have decided to do. But it's like it worked and definitely worked for your favor, and the people are loving the video, and that's another solid record right there. So you got 2 under your belt. So you coming in 2 for 2. It's like yeah, so it's like you're winning, you coming in. But I have to say, you have a authentic look, a unique look. It's like I see in both videos, you got a certain way that you carry yourself, a certain image. Let's talk about what inspired your look.
So when it comes to, I think the most known on right now, but the blonde hair, you know, that actually, I don't know, like it's just me, I guess is the best way to describe it. Like the way that it even came about was for my sweet, I had a birthday dinner, just like me and my very close friends and everything. Right. And for my look, something like completely far left, you know? And so I was like, like and then I was like, I'm gonna do blonde. Like I'm gonna go wild. Like I'm just gonna try what it is, you know, it's my sweet 16. Like, you know, let me show out a little bit. And so, you know, when the wig got it installed and I put it on and everything, I was like, I'm never going back. Like this is it. And, you know, even like just going further to, you know, because when me and my mom were talking about like my image and everything, and, you know, just something like a signature that people can say, you know, like whenever people want to describe her, it's like, oh, that girl who always wears like the sunglasses with the big hair that plays the electric guitar. Right. You wanna, I don't know, describe like whoever, you know, it's always, oh, you know, that person that so and so. oh, people want to describe Osei, that girl who, maybe sometimes wears glasses, like, but she always got blonde hair.
Right.
So the blonde hair, it's just always been my thing, without, I don't, I don't know. I just don't feel like Osei, the has been like part of me. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's the thing. And I see even with the dresses and the outfits,
Mhm.
right? Have you ever been in fashion? Have you done modeling before? Because like up there in the camera, it's like you're natural. So it's like, how did you get your confidence?
When it comes to getting my confidence, doing theater definitely amplified it, but I'm a confident person. Like I'm definitely the loud one in the friend group.
Right.
I'm definitely the talkative and loud one, but yeah, the confidence it's always been there. A lot of theater and like drama classes and stuff, and doing talent shows, constantly being up in front of people like in church and stuff, like it's just amplified it even more. So yeah, and even when it comes to being a model, I actually did want to be a model before I went into music, calling a bunch of agencies around like the city and stuff to do what is it called? I think it's called like an open call or something, when you just go in and you just like. But I think there was this one lady, she asked me how tall I was, and I told her, and I heard her giggling on the phone. She was like, I'm so sorry, sweetie, but you're too short. I'm sorry. I was like, God. And I told my mom, I was just like, girl, if dad were taller, if you had just married somebody a little bit taller, I could be. And she was like, she was laughing, bro. But so I've always been like into fashion though, like even from a young age. Like I remember I had this like book, like I would draw these like different to like have as my own fashion line when I was older. Like I would get different pieces of fashion. I would hand sew them together. Like I would sew like beads on, make a bunch of different things. I was really crafty as a kid. Like I love fashion and stuff. I still do till today. So yeah.
So is that something that maybe down the road, the fashion line from Osei?
Oh yeah, definitely
Wow.
coming. I would say that's coming without a doubt.
Okay, and that's definitely, I'm looking forward to that, right? So now you got two songs out. I'm pretty sure, like you said, you got the radio play on the first one. The second one probably picks steam up as well. So now I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
you get more popular. Your name is more in the wind. A lot more people knowing you for singing. How was it making the transition now into full blown artist?
Making the transition, honestly, it came very naturally. And what I will say, actually, if I'm being completely transparent, it didn't pick up the way that I wanted it to. Inspired the next single because not as many radios picked up over Feel as I had hoped.
Right.
And like I was still calling, I was still doing, like cold emails and like whatnot, like. And so, obviously I wasn't gonna let that stop me.
Right.
It's a good record, but obviously, like I said, you can't. So when it didn't pick up the way I wanted it to, that's what inspired Phase.
Wow.
The whole thing behind Phase was like, y'all don't know what's coming. Like you guys are sleeping now, but
Right.
you like you're not ready, So just the reception Feel, and just like the cold emails, nobody was responding to me. Thing like, I was like, damn, like I'm a Phase, y'all. Like,
Right.
Phase everybody. Like you don't know. Yeah.
And that's and you definitely did that because Phase is another dope record, right? So
Mhm.
okay, you drop Phase now. You done got inspired now. It's a little bit angry, a little bit like, all right, y'all sleeping on me
Yes.
then. And we as creators, we do that sometimes. Like, oh, y'all ain't
Yes, we
keeping up.
do.
Watch what I do next time. So when you
Hmm.
come back with the Phase, what was the reaction to that record?
With Phased, I really people were taken aback by it a little bit because it is more kind of like it has like a hip hop undertone to it. Even though I am like singing a lot on it, it does have a bit of like a bounce, like a flow. People really liked it. You know, it was different, it's fresh, and yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So you dropped the video for that one as well. What was that
Mhm.
process like? Creating the video for this one.
So the video, it was really fun to create. I had the pleasure of working with uh his Michael. Yes, his name is Michael. Megan Canes. I had the pleasure of working with them in Vlad Dance Academy.
Wow.
Um, you know, they I was thinking of the video for Phased. I was like, I want to again, you know, I tried something with Overfield. Let me try something with Phase, you know, which is something that like gotten into, which is dancing.
Right.
So, you know, I got with these people, you know, Michael, he choreographed the whole thing. Michael and Megan, they helped me just figure out all the moves and everything. I learned that dance is, and it was a hard 2 days because I've never moved like, so my body was sore and it was difficult, but the day thing kind of just clicked and it was all just flowing.
Right.
But yeah, making the video was, I'd say the process was more fun above everything. Just like learning the dance and getting to meet all these like dope people and everything. And we recorded this portion of the video at this famous dance studio in Toronto. I don't know,
Wow.
the Underground. I think so. But yeah, it was super dope. I had a lot of
Wow. It definitely looked like you enjoyed yourself, and it looks like you're getting more comfortable as you're doing it. So going in
yeah.
the studio to record this one, which is your third one, now you got a
Mhm.
fire up under you. Like, yo, okay, I put my heart and soul in the last one.
Yeah.
These jokers sleeping. They ain't gonna support it. It ain't at 10,000 views yet.
Mhm.
I'm joking, but it's like, as a creator, you want people to reciprocate to the project. So it's
Yeah.
like you're motivated. You go in to record Phase your third time. What were some differences and like what now because you have more experience? How was that process like versus the first two?
So when it comes to phase, I think this say sorry, excuse me. This was the first studio session. I would say I kind of the luxury of the producer holding my hand through the session. I had to kind of regulate myself like, okay, like what I do next is what I do next. Because I went to a different for this particular song, just like, you know, change up the scenery setting a little bit, get to, you know. And so, um, you know, a lot of it was more like independent. And I guess this growing into that, like, that just like studio environment. So some things I definitely noticed. I had a different attitude on this record, I would say. It's more like assertive.
Right.
Um, and I don't know, I guess that's just the climate of the record as well, just because it does have a hip hop undertone to it. So that naturally just comes with it. You know, I surprised myself a little bit. And I would say also after Phase, that's kind of when I started to become a little like, you know, rap and like dabbling into like hip hop a little bit.
Right.
I did. I think I wrote like a couple rhymes, but like I'll be releasing them.
So okay, so you write rhymes now.
A little bit, a little bit.
Love it. All right, okay. So what's your favorite two lines in one of your raps?
um I would say like, you know, in Phased, I would definitely say there's a lot of bars in there for me, but
Right.
better, just not better than them.
Wow.
It's because it's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, there's nothing wrong with that. Yo, that's dope right there. So okay.
Mhm.
In there you say you're more assertive.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Don't say their names if they're gonna get mad with you.
Yeah.
So you changed the studio, right?
You trying to get me in?
Right. I'm just being that's what we do is media. We do that. We started a little bit of trouble, but so the second song comes out, right? You didn't get the response you want. Subconsciously, did you say, you know what? I ain't even going back there. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm teasing. I'm pretty sure you didn't do that. Like you said, you just wanted the first, you wanted the first sound. So let me ask.
Just a
right?
different environment. Yeah.
Right, because sometimes it's like it could be the scenery. Sometimes it's like, a lot of times when people get writer's block, sometimes they may need to go on a vacation. They may need to go sit by the water. They may need to go by the beach, just like you said, a fresh scene. So what were some of the similarities and differences? Because every studio has their own style. What were some of the similarities and some of the differences at the two studios?
Between studios, some of the similarities, the only similarities I would say are that both studios had what every speakers and the the soundproofing and all that in a booth. But when it is, I would say there was just something, the engineer, definitely the engineer that I was with, like he's cool, like, and everything, but the first time that I was so unfamiliar with him, really helped me, like, or I don't want to say help just because that makes him, which he's not, but he didn't, like baby me or hold my hand through the session. Like, it was really to like do my own thing. Maybe he would ask, like, here, you want to punch in there, like, you want to redo that,
Right.
good with this. But he would never say, like, when you're singing this, like, maybe like smile sounds different, or like maybe you should like do it. It was really for me to regulate myself,
Right.
as an artist, and to say, okay, like, do I like this? I like the way this sounds, which I do appreciate him for doing that, honestly, because now, just solidify once again, like, what do my records to sound like, because it's not every studio that you go into there's going to be there to baby you through a session or hold your hand. A lot of the time you are going to have to regulate and just help yourself through the session. Ask yourself, like, do I like the way that I said this word? That I wrote this line, maybe I should change it, at the end of the day, because it is your like child, it is your product. So you need to make sure that everything that you're putting out to is what you want. So that just really, it really helps me. So yeah.
Okay, so salute to both of them, and it's two different styles. You got one person saying, "Okay, I'm gonna let you do it. We haven't talked. I don't know what you want it to sound like. I'm just here to help you deliver your baby." And on the other side, you got somebody who's not trying to take over. They're just giving them suggestions, like, "Yo, you may want to do that. Check that again." And there's nothing wrong with either or, because you have some people that's they may get offended if you say, "You want to do that line again?" No, I said it the way I want it. Now it's a problem.
Exactly.
So it's like, both sides work, and it's like salute to both of them, and they both did a good job, because I like both of the records, actually. All three.
Thank you.
I actually like all three. So the thing is, right, you have such a deep soul with the music, right? With Phased, and then you got Overfill, and then you got Games, but they have different type of styles even in that. So I see you like pushing the boundaries a little bit. It's like you're not putting yourself in a box, and it's like it's giving you a chance to evolve your sound. So now Phase comes out. Did you get the response from Phase that you were looking for?
I did. It did get picked up by the radio, so that was a good sign for me. Played at the same rate as Games, like back to back to back, which was amazing. And a lot of people video too. It was just a different side of me that people hadn't seen before. Like, oh, she can dance. I didn't.
Right.
Beyonce is like, no, guys, I'm not a dancer. I just wanted to try something out. But I do have a natural groove to me, so something that I feel like if I took more time to actually learn, I like dancing on my own. So yeah, but people received, and yeah.
Yeah, and that's dope right there. So let me ask you, okay, so when you're doing your performances, what can people expect in an Osei performance?
In an Osei performance, I would say you can expect like a lot of dark atmosphere.
Right.
Watch when you watch more of my current Hurt Bay and Do No More, I feel like that's more me starting to come out.
Right.
Dark, the darkness, and like a little bit of light, and like it's even like with Hurt Bay, for instance, just dark atmosphere to really set the mood, and just a lot of emotion and soul also. So yeah.
Wow. All right. And Do No More is the fourth song, right?
Yes.
Now I'm gonna tell you right now, that's my jam. I'm gonna tell you that's
Thank
one of
you.
the things right there. If I'm listening to that in the car and somebody's change the channel, we might have to fight. That's my jam. And I actually like the video too. So what we'll do for that one, let's play the
Yeah.
video first, and we'll come back and
Mhm.
we'll talk about creating that one. Just because I like that, I might play it twice on the show because that's my jam.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
So I'll let you introduce that one real quick.
Yes. So here, single for all of y'all. Do No More. Once again, let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah.
All right, here we go.
Do no more. I can't do no more. I'm finna throw in the towel. If you want me, you know what to die, yo. Do no more. I can't do no more. Yeah, hit my line when you're ready. Don't waste my time, go steady. We done been through this way too many times now. You just wanna go out, never wanna cool it, never wanna chill out. I'm not enough for you. I learned the hard way, yes. You don't get it twisted, not chasing you, nigga. I got other things to do. I thought that you was foreign, but you came along, fucked up my focus. Now beat a nigga, don't care what you say. You're asking for it, I ain't here to play. Yeah. Do no more. I can't do no more. I'm finna throw in the towel. If you want me, you know what to die, yo. Do no more. I can't do no more. Yeah, hit my line when you're ready. Don't waste my time, go steady. Can't trust you if you give me nothing to believe in. Ooh, you're deceiving. Ooh, you tried it, there's no more meaning. Yeah, you done fucked up the feeling. Got me all up in my feelings. I tried to, but this shit ain't working. Giving you love that you ain't earning. I thought that you was foreign, but you came along, fucked up my focus. Now beat a nigga, don't care what you say. You're asking for it, I ain't here to play. Yeah. Do no more. I can't do no more. I'm finna throw in the towel. If you want me, you know what to die, yo. Do no more. I can't do no more. Yeah, hit my line when you're ready. Don't waste my time, go steady. I can't do no more. I can't do. I'm finna throw in the towel, you know where to die, yo. I can't do no more. I can't do no more. I can't come and kill myself. No, no.
All right, now that one right there, I'm gonna tell y'all better be nice in the comments because it's my jam right there. It's my jam right there. I don't know, it's something about that one that just connects, and it's like, yo, you even got a little racier with the lyrics a little bit.
And yeah.
Spiced it up. You got a little spicy. So what
And
inspired
that again?
Now I said what inspired that track right there, because it's like you brought a little attitude. It's cute, a little spicy. You spiced it up a little bit. So let's talk about the direction of that song.
Yeah, definitely. And what I will say that I myself with these new records that I'm writing nowadays, and even records like Do No More, is that even at the phase during that time, I was into a lot of that like rap. Obviously, like I don't plan on releasing a rap or like hip hop record anytime soon, but is that I am getting a bit more bouncy with my lyrics, which in hear that a little bit with a can't just do it, give me nothing to believe, or even like some parts of the, you know, the first verse, you know. So when more in this record and how it came about, I actually wrote this song for placement because I wanted to to an artist that really inspired me, and I wanted to get them on this song because I really fit their vibe and everything. I sent it, but unfortunately, their team didn't get back to me,
Right.
and kind of bummed out about it. But then I think the night that I recorded the demo, my mom, we were wanted to hear it, and she pulled over and she was like, "So," and I was like, I was like, you know, I never considered releasing it for myself just because I was so dead set on getting it out for play.
Right.
Listening to the demo a couple times, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let me just close off a year of doing music, this song. And, you know, just see how I put out this song with any expectations. I kind of just put it out. Christmas, here's your Christmas gift, everybody. Hope you enjoy it. And it was received like no. I tell you, this song, I did not do love this song the way that they did. Like there were people from, I had people from Berlin, I had people from Australia, people from everywhere just telling me do no more and do no more. I was like, hell, damn, y'all really like this.
Right.
And then when the video came out, it was like, know, it just went like wildfire. Like it was crazy.
Wow. I'm gonna tell you to your face because I don't like talking behind people's back. If you would have gave that song away and you would have came up here and I heard somebody else singing that song, I would have been hot with you. That's a dope jam, but it's funny how, like you said, you wrote it for the placement. We don't know why we do it as artists. It's like you had a purpose. I'm gonna write this for this artist. You send it out. They didn't get back to you. They're back. They probably gonna, once they hear this or they hear the song.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh man,
right now
you missed it. So it's like, so you put it out. The fans love it.
Yeah.
But I want to stop back. So you say you plan it for your mother love. You and mom riding in the car. Mom pulls over.
Yeah.
What did she say? Did she want to wring your neck? Like if you was gonna give this away?
It's like you can't give this away. No, you have to release this. Like, why you give so dope? Like this is a hot. You need to release this. You're not giving this away. This is a hit.
That's definitely a hit.
No.
That's definitely a hit right there.
So,
yeah. I'm glad you didn't give it away. I'm glad you put it out.
Honestly.
And it's doing good. That song right there is definitely rocking right there. So you put that out, people loving it, right? So now, like you said, it's like you come into your own now. You come into I don't want to say the dark side. But it's like you showing them like
I'm stepping in. Yeah.
It is growth, it's like you're growing and you're showing people like, okay, you can do, and like you said, you got all 4 solid singles. It's like I couldn't pick one and say, okay, that's my favorite because they're all good.
Oh, thank you.
So you're touching different lanes. It's like with the games, it's more like radio. Like, yo, I could rock with that. I could vibe in the car with that. That's a club jam. Overfill is more like a ballad. It's more like emotional. You're more thinking about, you might be going through a breakup or you might be in love with somebody. And it's like, it's one of those songs. Like the older women, they used to clean up to songs like those. That's when you knew it was good. When they put that music on, they start cleaning. Oh, that's a jam.
That's a jam right there.
Right. So that's one of those. And even like you can see that on the soundtrack on a big movie. Like, like that be like the score to a movie. So you might even want to send that off to some movies and see if they'll pick that one up.
That is my, yeah.
And then you go to the phase where it's like, all right, boom, now you got the bounce. Now we party. Right. This is a solid record as well. Then we go to the Do No More, which one is like one of those SZA Lane, Janae Aiko, but you have your own style. When I say that, I'm not saying you sound like them.
No,
It's
of
like
course.
a genre.
Yeah.
It's like a genre with it. But it's like you can play that in the middle of Summer Walker, any Summer Walker song anybody want to pick. You can play that on the radio right behind it. People will turn around and be like, what is that? Because it fits in that zone. The same thing with Janae Aiko, even HER, her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so when you say these are the people that, it kind of inspired my sound, it's like, sometimes people we're looking, it's like, okay, let's use basketball for example. Like you got some people that's looking at LeBron James from the sideline. Like LeBron James is the greatest. But then you got people that's in the NBA. They're saying, I respect LeBron game, but I'm going to drop 50 on him. If I ever play with him, I'm going to drop 50 on him. I get that vibe from you. Like, it's like if you got the opportunity and they say, okay, you could be on the stage, on a tour with HER, with SZA, and Janae Aiko. I don't see you coming up there. Now I could see you giving them their respect and saying, yo, you know what, y'all dope. But when it's time to perform, I don't see you holding back. So then I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna take. So yo, let's be real. If they gave you the opportunity, they can kiss their spot goodbye, didn't they?
I appreciate the go on a tour with any of those individuals or even all of them, or just like perform or even just be in the midst of them would be a like crazy huge honor. So yeah, but if I perform, I can't promise that I would hold back. I don't plan on holding back. So
that's the thing, as you should though. It's like, you got to go for what you know. It's like one thing I learned in life is like you can hold the door for everybody else. Now it's time for you to get in. They said we at the max. You say I've been out here for 30 minutes, but you've been holding the door. You let everybody else get in. Now they cut off, and now you're on the outside. From my personal experiences, a lot of times ain't nobody gonna say, "Well, I'll switch places with you. You open the door for me, so I'll go out so you can come in." They're not gonna do that. They in. That was good. They go wave at you from the outside, like, yo, I appreciate you, thank you. So it's like, as an artist, you pose to strive to be the best. Not in a cocky way, not in an egotistical way.
Oh no.
But it's like, you want your music to be your best representation of you. So in a situation like that, you're not supposed to hold back. But the reason I'm picking at you and saying that is because it already started way before the stage. When people hear these songs, that's why I'm like, if they listen to one of these artists' songs and that song coming right behind it, first thing they're gonna ask is, who is that? Because it's different, it's new, it's fresh.
It's fresh,
and it's a different voice. So they're gonna, who is that? It's just being in the mix. It's just getting the song in the right placement where the right person hears it, and you're out of here. You're out of here. Like, and that's any of the four. Is like, and the thing is amazes me is because you haven't been doing music that long.
And it's every time I'm crazy. Like even at the time that I put out Do No More and it was gaining the buzz that it was getting, I hadn't a year yet. I think I put out Do No More on December 19th. And then, I put out the video, I think on December 26th. And, I touched my first 100K doing music for a year yet. Like it was crazy.
Right. And that's the thing right there. It's like some people, they haven't reached 100K in their whole careers. So it's like to be, it just tells you that you're doing the right thing. You align with the right people. Yeah. Whatever you're doing is working. Don't switch it up. Keep, evolve with it. But the formula that you're using is working, and you're putting out good music, quality sound. And it sounds like I said, all of them sound like they could be on anybody's radio show.
Thank you.
So that says a lot to you for your talent. And then we hear you up here singing it. So it's like we ain't using a whole bunch of auto tunes and stuff like that.
I know.
You can sing.
We're natural over here.
Right. Yeah, you sing for real. And then it's like salute to your engineers because they're getting the songs in the pocket where it
Yeah.
fits with the standard of the way that music is. And a lot of people don't have that. They may have the voice, but they may not have the engineer. They may have
Yeah.
the engineer and the voice, but they may not have the beats. So it's like whatever team you're using is working, because like you're creating a sound. It's like, and you're tapping into the neo soul, you're tapping into the trap soul, the Afro soul, and different genres, but you're making it your own.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like you hear it and say that sounds like a such and such song, because like you're establishing like, okay, down the road that sounds like a Osei song. So then it's like the same thing with, you know, some people inspiring to be like Janae Aiko and hers and stuff like that. It won't be long where people are going to be, you know, my style is like Osei.
That would be crazy.
All right. So as a creator, let me ask you,
Yeah.
keeping it real. As a creator, some new talent start studying you, right? Now they got your sound to a T. How you gonna feel? You gonna be happy about it? You gonna be like, "Oh, I'm honored," or you like, "Yo, you in the way"? All right, you play.
I would be honored, honestly. Like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, things like, I don't want to say little things like that, but I don't know, things like that. I don't know, it's inspiring, honestly. To generation coming after me is looking at me as someone to like use as an inspiration. Like, that's an honor, you know, to know that people like music in that type of way, where they're moved to the point where they want to take me as an inspiration to their sound to establish themselves as an artist. It's like you're taking me on that journey with you, even though I'm not going on it with you. You know, it's like you're making me a part of that process. That would be an honor.
Wow, and that's dope right there, and that's gonna come. It's definitely coming right there, because you got the music, you got the personality, you definitely got the story for it. You're very humble, even though it's like some people may not have the talent and their heads is this big. It's like you got the talent, you're still down to earth. So after you put out Do No More, you hit 100K.
Yeah.
Once you hit the 100K, what was going through your mind?
Once I hit the 100K, I was like, okay, I need something 10 times better than this.
Right.
And I don't know where to start. Because it's like, damn, how do I follow up with such an amazing record? You know, like, I didn't even know that people were gonna receive Do No More like this. And it's like, now that I'm on this roll, now that, you know, I'm like the snowball's getting bigger and bigger, it's like I cannot afford to like stop. You know, I can't afford to release anything below this level now. You know, so I think I got connected with my new producer, who I work with very closely now. His name is Elgene. He's from New York. And we connected, and, you know, obviously he had heard Do No More. And so I told him, and he already knew the drill. I was like, okay, we need to find a record that can top this. And I think we were working on a lot of records that week. So there was this one that I was planning on releasing. But when I recorded it, like, I don't know, something, it wasn't resonating the way that it should. You know, for me, like, it wasn't better than Do No More.
Right.
It didn't top Do No More at all. Like, it wasn't even on the same level. I was like, no, I can't release this. I can't do that.
Right.
And so we were brainstorming one night, and we were like, okay, so what are we going to do? So then he's just like, you know what? Let's just like listen to records, you know, let's go back to where it all started. You know, let's just listen to some like Jasmine Sullivan. Let's listen to her. Let's listen to Brandy, all these people that inspire you, and let's see what comes up. And so then I think we were listening to a Jasmine Sullivan record, and then like it's almost like a light bulb flashes in his head, and he's just like, oh, say, give me like 10 minutes, I'm gonna call you right back. And so he calls me back, and he comes back with this dope loop, and I listen to it. I'm just like, yo, you might have just done something right there. And him and one of my other close guys, Josiah Bassi, they collabed on the beat, and that's what turned into Hurt Bay. And so I think at the time, like, and even sometimes I still do this, like I like to write based on the name of the beat. That sometimes like helps me create a story. And so I asked him, I'm just like, what are you gonna name this beat? And he was like, I'll name it Hurt Bay. And I'm like, where did that name come from? And then I don't know if you know that Hurt Bay video that went viral like a couple years back.
Wow.
Like this like couple was like arguing like to each other, and I guess like the guy cheated or whatever. But you know, he named the beat Hurt Bay, and then I wrote based around that. Ironically enough, we wrote it on Valentine's Day. And so I recorded it in my mom's closet.
Really?
The closet, yes, I recorded it in my mom's closet. We directed the session together and everything. I think we probably like recorded this whole song about like 4 times before we got it to the point where it was at.
Right.
And that was that. And then everything came together. Josiah, he laid down some background vocals and everything. And it was good to go. And I put it out and people loved it.
And that's the thing. It's like you got the right formula. You got the right team right there, because it's like Hurt Bay is a problem. That's definitely that's definitely another one right there. But it's like you can't compare them. It's kind of like you say, children. Like you love them both. It's like one may be good in basketball, one may be good in football, but they both athletic.
Exactly.
So it's like Hurt Bay and Do No More. They're both classics in their own standalone respective spaces. So it's like you put that out, people are loving it.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the video?
So the video was another process for me, because this was not the original video for Hurt Bay. This wasn't even the original idea for Hurt Bay. The original video that I had was like a completely different location. It was this really nice studio, but I think I flew out to LA in April. I had the very fortunate and great opportunity to be flown out by Jeff Robinson to LA to record music and just create. And so the plan at that time, I think I recorded the video I think it was like late March. And so it was set to release while I was in LA, but then I think I got the video from my videographer, Andre, The Mind of Andre. And, you know, I told him, I was honest with him. I was like, I'm not feeling it. Like this video, once again, like I think I said this earlier, but my philosophy is when you're releasing a video for a song, it either has to be better than the song or on the same level. And for me, that video just wasn't doing it for me. It wasn't my image. Like it giving, you know, anything. And so he was like, okay, that's completely fine. When you get back from your trip, like we're going to figure something, do it the way you want, you know, where we're not going to stop until it's perfect. And so I was like, all right. And so, you know, I get back, do anything with the video for a bit. And then I think I told him, I was like, okay, I'm going on vacation in July. I need to get this video done before I leave. And so that I had for this video was to do almost like a live feel type of thing. So have like a band behind me and, you know, like, you know, do the whole thing. But I don't know, that idea just didn't work out. I was like, okay, this video shoot is scheduled for like whatever day it was. I need to think quickly because I'm on my side right now. And so I was like, oh, you know, I think it was me and my videographer, we did a walkthrough of the space. And immediately when they dimmed the lights to the red, like everything just played out in my mind. And like, I don't know, I could just see it. The old school mic, you know, like a speakeasy type of thing, you know, like have one of my friends announce me on, like thing in my head. And immediately when I got home, I started planning. I was like, scrap the band. This is what we're doing. on board immediately and everything. Shout out to the Drake Hotel and Soundstock Academy for, helping me get the space and everything.
Wow.
And so I got all my friends together and we, people acted as the audience. My best friend, she announced me, and we shot it and it came out better than I could have ever imagined.
Wow. So let me make sure. I just want to clarify, right?
Yeah.
You said what? You said the Drake something. When we talk
The
about
Drake Hotel.
wait a minute. Okay, right there. I want to pause right there. We talking about the Six God Drake or which?
No. No, you see, when I first went to the hotel, even before we shot the video
Right.
or anything, I Drake owned the Drake Hotel, but he actually has nothing to do with the Drake. That's just the name of it.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. I just wanted to clarify, like, all right.
No, it's all good. I thought the same thing too.
Okay. So the video drops, people are loving it, it exceeded your expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, the song comes out. What was the fans' reactions? What type of feedback did you get?
Yeah, when the song came out, a lot of people, once again, were surprised because it's like, it's a different pocket. Once again, like this is more like classic R&B, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of, high notes, even the production too. Like it was just so different. Like people loved it, honestly. Once again, like the reaction was everything that I could have ever imagined, even beyond my expectations. Like people showed a lot of love. Actually it just hit 100K on Apple Music. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy.
That's the thing. It's like you're doing everything right. It's like you go from one that hit 100K to follow back up. So like the fan base is growing. People are definitely feeling the song. So that's dope right there. I want to jump to the video right quick, and then once we come back from the video, we'll do the final words and last shout outs and stuff like that and updates what people can expect. So all right, if you introduce that right quick.
Yes. So here is recent single, most recent video, hit 10,000 views, which is crazy. Right. But yeah, here's Hurt Bae. Let me know what you think. And yeah.
All right, here we go.
Joan Jackson, just amazing. Well, now we have the best of the best, the greatest in the town to ever do it. Plus, she's got something new coming for us. So please keep your ears open and listen to her beautiful voice and enjoy. Please give it up for Osei.
I've been going through the motion. You don't see clear. You act out of fear. I always gave you my devotion. I let your shit slide. I turned a blind eye, and you gave me something for the moment, invalidating my emotions. I let you in, yeah, I was open. Now I'm feeling broken. Saw where everything was going. Held you down. Now what the fuck am I still holding on to? Feel like my heart is closing. I feel so broken. No. I stayed around even when there were doubts, thinking when you work it out. You don't want to, so it is what it is. It's what we gon' do. Put your pride aside, I'll lay it on you. Take it how it will, but I'll tell the truth. Baby, I'll tell the truth. You hurt me, babe. You hurt me, babe. No. We still going through the motions. Trusted every word spoken. Intoxicated like a potion. Overdosed on all the bullshit you were saying to me. I thought you was down, but it's okay. Clearly you don't care about us. Maybe I'm not enough. I stayed around even when there were doubts. Thinking when you work it out, you don't want to. So it is what it is, that's what we gon' do. Put your pride aside, I'll lay it on you. Take it how you will, but I'll tell the truth. Baby, I'll tell the truth. You hurt me bad. Oh, yeah. You hurt me bad.
All right. So now on that one, you singing on that song right there.
Yes.
You showing your range. You flexing on them. It's like, yeah, you went in that booth. You had something to prove, and it's like you just left it all on the track. It's like the emotions. You transferred that energy even down to the story about the TikTok viral video about the hurt babe. It's like when you saying that you hurt me, it sounds like somebody really just broke your heart. Like, I can't even believe that you would do that. You promised me a good life, and you're gonna do this. So it's like I know a million people around the world that can connect because we all been through a heartbreak or we all been hurt at one point or another. So hats off to you for that one, and much success on that. That's available now on all platforms as long as with the rest of the songs, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Hurt Bay on all platforms. Osei, what can people expect in the future?
You can definitely expect more dope music. As I said, I went to LA recently to record new music, and let me just say that trip, I never stopped thinking about it because I recorded some of the best music of my career so far on that trip, and I unlocked new sounds that I didn't even know I had. It's fresh, just different, honestly. The writing, the production, down to the cadence, everything. It's just refreshing, honestly. So definitely dope new music. You can, just expect more me, even when it comes down to the visuals, the photo shoots, just more authenticity, more originality, more Osei. So, yeah.
And that's dope right there. You definitely a down to earth, good spirit, very talented. So, like, for the people that want to follow you, they can follow you on Instagram. That's the correct.
It's official OSEE. Yeah.
Okay, official OSEE. For artists that may want to collab, do you do collaborations, and what's the process if they want to collab?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, just email me. You can DM me or email. Yeah, I'll listen to the song and we'll go from there.
Okay, that's dope right there. Yeah. So we got big things coming. When can we expect the new music coming? Is it going to be later this year, or are we talking next year?
I don't promises just because I don't like situations where I tell people something's coming and then it doesn't.
Right.
All I'll say is that it'll be coming sooner than later. That could be anywhere from late this year, sometime like early next year, mid next year. But just know that I am working and that it's definitely gonna pay off because what's coming is coming, and it's coming in hot. So yeah.
And that's the thing right there. I know you're about to do big things. I know you're on your way. So let me ask you early in the game, right? Before you hit $1 million, right? Before you hit $1 million, because you're going to hit $1 million. Right. When you come with the new music, would you come back up here again and give us an update and let us know what you got going on?
Of course. Definitely. I definitely will. Reach out whenever I'm here.
Wow. That's dope right there. So it's pretty cool. The interview was pretty cool for you?
Yeah, it is.
All right, dope. You got any shout outs you want to give real quick?
Shout out to Jeff Robinson. That guy, that's my pops right there. We talk literally like every single day. He calls me his That's my dad right there. He's amazing in different ways. He's like a father to me. You know, he always dropping gems and just supporting me. He's my mentor, just my everything. So,
Wow. And that's
I'm
dope.
sorry. Somebody was calling me.
Oh, you
I'm so
good.
sorry about that. But yeah, shout out to Jeff. Shout out to LJ as well. Amazing producer. Shout out to Walter from Apple Music, who has supported me tremendously on this Hurt Bay record and other records that I've put out as well. And yeah.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Did you just shout out Apple Music, the guy by his name? So you have a person.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Walter.
just making sure. I'm just
Yeah.
making sure. Salute to Walter. I don't know Walter. I don't
Salute
know
to
that name.
Walter. That's the biz. That's my guy. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yo, you're doing big things right there. You're making the powerful connections right there. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, yo. And I know that there's gonna be more coming. I see more success and more open doors, and I'm here for your journey. Definitely looking forward. You got a fan to me. I definitely
Oh, thank
appreciate
you.
you coming on the show. Very
course.
talented, right? Because like in the world that we live in now, 2021, a lot of the music sounds the same. A lot of the stuff
Yeah.
becomes redundant. You're a breath of fresh air. You got a new style. You're taking it to another level. Like you said, you're touching emotions, and then we can connect with your lyrics. You're authentic. You're genuine. You're coming from a genuine place. And you're definitely talented. So salute to you and your family.
Thank
All
you.
the work you've been putting in, and it's paying off. And I know it's only going to pay off more. I can see you doing bigger and better things in the future. So I'm excited about that. And again, I thank you for coming up here. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether they watched the live playback or whether they watched it after the show was over. We thank y'all. Every view is appreciated. We thank you for that. Be sure to check out Osei. Check out her music on all platforms. Be sure to check out her YouTube channel. I'll put that in the description as well. And to you, job well done. Salute and much
Thank you.
love. And we thank you for stopping by. And I think if you got anything else, if not, we're going to play my song one more time and we're about it.
Of course. I guess maybe just like a word of advice for upcoming artists or just like anybody in general. Trust the process. You know, be patient with yourself. Don't stress over things that you can't change, because at the end of the day, what's for you is for you and nobody can take it away. So yeah, just trust God's timing and everything will fall into place.
And that's a fact right there. That's definitely real advice right there. And again, we thank you from the proof. Salute to everybody. We hope y'all have a safe weekend. We thank everybody for the support and love. And thanks for tuning in again. Salute to Osei. Be sure to check out her music. Hurt Bay out right now. She got a ton of great music. Be sure to support her. And thank you again for coming up. And thanks everybody for tuning in. We love y'all. Until the next time, y'all be safe. This is the proof.
Bye, guys.
Signing out. Thank you.
Do no more. I can't do no more. I'm finna throw in the towel. If you want me, you know what to die, yo. Do no more. I can't do no more. Yeah, hit my line when you're ready. Don't waste my time, go steady. We done been through this way too many times now. You just wanna go out, never wanna cool it, never wanna chill out. I'm not enough for you. I learned the hard way, yes. You don't get it twisted, not chasing you, nigga. I got other things to do. I thought that you was foreign, but you came along, fucked up my focus. Now beat a nigga, don't care what you say. You're asking for it, I ain't here to play. Yeah. Do no more. I can't do no more. I'm finna throw in the towel. If you want me, you know what to die, yo. Do no more. I can't do no more. Yeah, hit my line when you're ready. Don't waste my time, go steady. Can't trust you if you give me nothing to believe in. Ooh, you're deceiving. Ooh, you tried it, there's no more meaning. Yeah, you done fucked up the feeling. Got me all up in my feelings. I tried to, but this shit ain't working. Giving you love that you ain't earning. I thought that you was foreign, but you came along, fucked up my focus. Now beat a nigga, don't care what you say. You're asking for it, I ain't here to play. Yeah. Do no more, I can't do no more. I'm finna throw in the towel. If you want me, you know what to die, yo. Do no more, I can't do no more. Yeah, hit my line when you're ready. Don't waste my time, go steady. I can't do no more, I can't do. Finna throw in the towel, you know where to die, yo. I can't do no more, I can't do no more. I can't come and kill myself.